Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Gilford High School for tonight's bonus coverage on DP Production Group's YouTube channel. We're going to have the Gilford Golden Eagles versus Portsmouth. I'll go through all the pregame stats, but we're about to go down onto the court for natural audio, guys. Here we go, down to the court.
The Gilford Volleyball team raises money for breast cancer research by hosting our Pregame and also participating in the Making Strides for Breast Cancer Walkathon, located at Opeechee Park in Laconia. That's taking place this Sunday. Over the past 10 years, the Gilford Volleyball program has raised over $34,000. We are very proud of our fundraising efforts, which helps to save lives. We appreciate all your support. Please purchase food at our concession stand tonight and tickets at our 50-50 raffle. We will be picking the 50-50 winner between the second and third game tonight. Thank you, Portsmouth, for being a part of our Dig Tank game. And now for introductions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to welcome you to tonight's volleyball match between the Gilford Golden Eagles and the Portsmouth Flippers. Please take notice of the exits. In an unlikely event of a fire, alarm activation, or other emergency, please make your way to the nearest exit located at all corners of the gymnasium. The meeting place will be in the bus loop near the flagpole. The NHIAA reminds everyone here tonight that there will be no tolerance of any negative words or actions displayed towards players, coaches, and officials. Please display good sportsmanship throughout the entire match. Let the officials officiate, coaches coach, and players play. Thank you and enjoy the evening. Now let's meet the teams. We would first like to introduce the visiting team from Portsmouth. Number one, Alexis Stevens. Skylar Witten. Number 4, Cassidy Perkins. Number 7, Sarah Gardner. Number 10, Eli Owen. Number 8, Georgia Dickinson. Number 12, Anna Shahan. Number 13, Jameson Dugard. Number 14, Olivia Brown. Number 17, Natalie Greenville. Number 18, Heather Hutchinson. Number 20, Anna Danielson. Number 23, Corin Lammer. Number 26, Lily Moore. Coached by Stephanie Shahan and assisted by Madison Light. Now let's meet the Gilford Golden Eagles. Number 1, Casey Moore. Number 2, Naomi Eldridge. Number 3, Bailey Hildreth. Number 4, Lindsay Sanderson. Number 5, Samantha Holland. Number 6, Lucy Beauvais. Number 7, Maggie McNeil. Number 8, Reagan McIntyre. Number 9, Brooke Baudet. Number 10, Carly Sanborn. Number 11, Jenny Gannon. Number 12, Abby Warren. And number 15, Abby O'Connor. And manager David Hart. The Gilford Golden Eagles are coached by head coach Joan Forge, assisted by Amy Tripp, Bill Baudet, and Matt Curry. Our officials for this evening are Mike Anderson and Steve Barrows. Please rise for our national anthem sung by senior Luke Hart.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the Star-Spangled Banner wave in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There are the pregame activities here from Gilford High School. Not much of an introduction before pregame activities, so my bad. But once again, if I didn't already say it, my name is Devin Proslesny. I'll be taking you through the next at least 3 matches. Hopefully, we'll see more than that. But let me go over some quick game notes here. Gilford 5th in the standings right now, and Portsmouth is 3rd in the standings. Both have the same record of 11 wins and 2 losses. This is Division II volleyball. Now, most of you guys know us from Belmont, and that's Division III. So this is Division II. Looking at the schedule, who's got what we got? A common opponents. Really, the teams we have in common here are Wyndham, Kennett, Oyster River, Crow Brown, Kingswood, Hanover, and Milford. And the only team that they, both of these guys lost to was Wyndham, and they had the same number, 2-3, 3 games to 2, that is. Other than that, Gilford did lose to one other common opponent, and that was Milford, and that was 3 games to 2 as well. As we get closer to the end of October here, we'll look at the playoff picture. And for Division II, I know DPPG posted onto their Facebook page last week, or last night, I should say. Last week we started the playoff discussion, but last night we put up the D3, who gets in, who gets cut, such. For D2, it's the top 13 volleyball teams. So with that being said, these 2 teams are within, like, they're good to go. Like 5th and 3rd, 13 teams get in. You're pretty well set. And there's only a few games left here in the season, in the regular season, for these 2 teams. I believe both of them will play only 2 more games after tonight before they go into the postseason. All right, folks. Gilford, this is their Dig Pink game. So normally they're in blue. Tonight they're in pink here at Gilford High School. Portsmouth in the maroon. They'll be on your left and Gilford on the right. As I believe it will be Portsmouth that has the ball first. And we get set to bring the action here for you at Gilford High School. I believe we're actually in a little bit of a holding pattern now, as there's some talk over by the officials table. Portsmouth going through their pregame routine here, getting loose, getting ready to go. You know, Gilford's mascot is the Golden Eagles, but tonight, can I call them the Pink Eagles? Is that okay?
Here we go, Portsmouth! Here we go! Here we go, Portsmouth! Here we go!
So, because this is a home game for Gilford, their side of the gym is packed right now with fans. So we're sitting on the visitor side. So we have Portsmouth in front of us. Just a heads up. All right, folks. Game ball is in play. It is being rolled over to the Portsmouth side, getting ready to get things underway here at Gilford High School. Here comes the first serve, and we're underway. And it's out. That will be Gilford's point right off. Quick sub here for Gilford. 12 in for 3. As now here comes Gilford with their first serve of the game and of this match. The officials clear it, and we are set to go or get things back underway. Over into the Portsmouth end. Now we got a good little receive into the Gilford end. They recover well. Nice. Here comes Gilford now. Going to try and get it back over the net. They will. Portsmouth takes it well. Now they'll take it. Push it over. Gilford dives. They'll push it up. Saved once more. Back over. Oh, and the whistle's blown. Gilford's point. All right, let's get rid of this whole wide open coverage and bring it in a little bit for you. Gilford serving it over. It will go out. We'll set the frame for the closest end of the court here. Dig Pink games happening this week. We got Gilford's tonight. This is sprung coverage, I should say, because we literally decided to come. It is short. That was Gilford's point once more. We decided to come here last night. I shot a quick email out to the athletic director here, Mr. Rick Acalano, and I was like, hey, can we come? And he's like, sure, why not? So here we are now. Gilford serves it over. Back over. Now Gilford has it. Barely gets it over the net, and that would be Gilford's point once more. But this isn't the only Dig Pink game we got this week. We got Belmont High School's Dig Pink game. Full-on coverage brought to you by, or from DPPG here. Pushed over, trouble, and that's Portsmouth's point. That game will be live on DP Production Group's YouTube channel here Wednesday night, around 6 p.m. Belmont playing Prospect Mountain. That's all the hype, let me tell you. Into Gilford's end. Gilford will get it over. They'll recover well when Portsmouth puts it over. Gilford in trouble, and it's Portsmouth's point. So yeah, Wednesday night, 6 p.m., Belmont High School. If you can't make it, watch it live. Should be a good one. But right now, we got a game in hand. Gilford will push it over into the Portsmouth end. They'll spike it, and it was an attempted save. Unfortunate luck. Here comes another serve. It's over. Kept in bounds. With the push over the net. Now Portsmouth has it. They'll spike it out, and it's called Portsmouth's point. The officials this year, I've noticed at least, it's probably every year, but the officials play close to the line. It's a common theme in our coverage. Go back to any other game, soccer, volleyball, anything. The attempted push over is unsuccessful, and it will be Portsmouth's point. 7-4 here in the first match. We're a refresher on the rules. Why don't we? Games to 25, best of 5. Minimum, of course, of 3 games. Because you need 3 games to secure the W for your team. 3 wins, I should say. Gilford sends it over. Now Portsmouth will retrieve. Oh, nice recovery there, and it's back over the net. Pushed. The attempted block unsuccessful, out of bounds. It's Gilford's point. Portsmouth now has it. Gilford continues to just build a wall and send it back over the net. In there and drops it in for another point for Gilford. Ball over, drops right in the middle. Out, and that will be Portsmouth's point. Ball over short, and it's Gilford's point. Yeah, I'll say, coming into the game today, I got the email back from the athletic director here saying, yeah, sure, come on over. I started my research for this game, and of course you heard all the notes I had. But over, Portsmouth. All the notes and such, when I saw it was 3-5. Ball short there, Portsmouth's point. When I saw 3v5, I knew this was going to be one of those games that was close. Certainly a good one to tune into. Fire in there, and it's good. Ball short, drops in there well. Portsmouth will recover well as well. Also, how many times can you say well in a sentence? Gilford with the shot, and it's out. So that will be Portsmouth's point. Portsmouth going to make the serve here. There's the serve over. Gets back over. Spike there, and it's Portsmouth's point. Serve over, kept in bounds. Gilford now has it. They'll send it over. Portsmouth also keeps that in bounds with the shot. Deflected well, kept in play. Now back over to the net. Portsmouth has it. They'll go to push it. Gilford takes it back now. Says, nope, we don't want it. And it's dropped in there for the point. You know, the more and more I film volleyball, the more and more I understand it. And I realize the volleyball basically is like a game of, like, I don't want to say like hot tamale, but like basically like the, you guys all know what I'm talking about. Like the game where nobody wants it. Can't think of what it's called. It'll come to me. But like, serve over. It's like you don't want it. You want to get it over. And it's obvious. It makes sense because if it drops in the opponent's zone, like right there, you get the point. So once you get it over the net, you got to take a breather. Here comes the serve for Gilford. Over. Out and in trouble. Gilford's point. 14-11 now. Remember, these games go to 25, folks, so we're going to be here for a couple more minutes. Portsmouth substitution, 13 in for 10. As Gilford will now have, Gilford's number 7, will now have her third serve in a row. Off the roof. I believe that's considered a dead ball. Up, and Portsmouth calls a timeout here. Remember, these timeouts are 1 minute long. And I do believe that once one minute timeout. Remember that? And I believe, like I said, the ceiling is considered dead ball in any gym, whether it's a high roof ceiling, a low roof ceiling, anything.
Let's go, Portsmouth! Let's go! Let's go, Portsmouth!
12 seconds left here in the timeout. Portsmouth out of it quickly. Gilford taking up all the time they can. I think I started saying this earlier and I kind of trailed off. Big game goes toward, here comes the serve, over, goes toward breast cancer awareness and research. Picked off, whistle blown, and it'll be Portsmouth's point. Breast cancer awareness and research, they said it in the opener. Gilford's raised so much money in the last numerous years that they've been doing this program. I will say that I donated to one of the Gilford volleyball players in her efforts to raise money for this great cause, and I got the serve over. I got the pink band on my watch. Gilford in trouble. Will recover. Hold on, I'll finish my thought in a second. Portsmouth sends it. Drops in there. Portsmouth's point. I got the pink band on my watch, and I got the breast cancer awareness pin on my collar. The pink band on my watch stays on my wrist all month of October, so from the 1st to the 31st, of course. Huge supporter of bringing awareness to breast cancer, as I've had family members directly involved as well as friends. Portsmouth recovering well into Gilford's end. Gilford says, oh, it did something. I told you, I'm still learning volleyball, okay? So they did something is not the correct term to be saying in a broadcast, but something happened where it gave the point over to Portsmouth. Here comes the serve over. Gilford says, no thanks, take it. It's yours. It's our gift to you for coming and visiting. Out, and it's Gilford's point. Gilford serves it over, number 10. Also pushes it back over the net there. Portsmouth with the slap of a shot. Gilford retrieves it well, and it's dropped into open court. And it will be Gilford's point. Close game, 17-15. Remember, like I said, we go to 25, so hopefully you guys got the bucket of popcorn. some candy, and are snuggled up next to your computer screen getting ready for one heck of a show here in Gilford. They'll knock it over. Portsmouth says nope. Gilford also says not today, but maybe we'll give you that one. Gilford sends it over. Portsmouth gonna push it. Gilford says into open court. Portsmouth's point. 17-17. Sent over now. My apologies, folks, for a little blip in the coverage there. There's somebody next to me using the same camera, but she's using a remote. So I do believe her remote signal caught onto my camera, so that's why there was a little bit of a blip. I'll keep an eye on it, though. I know we were recording earlier. Into the net, under the net, not allowed. Gilford's point. Shot on, over. Into the net, Portsmouth's point. Tied at 22. Keep an eye on that record button. Once again, I do apologize for that quick little blip. I will admit I got a little panicked thinking I forgot missed most of the game, but then I'm like, wait a minute, that's not accurate. We were recording at some point. Out of bounds. And that point does go to Gilford. Gilford 2 away here. I'm taking match 1. Drops in there, nobody there. Nobody home, I should say, and we're tied at 23. I believe the rule of thumb is you have to have over 2 points. Drops out, Gilford's point. I just remembered, I think there's a way you can turn off the remote control feature on here, so I think I'm going to do that. Timeout called. Here at Gilford, so let me actually, while we have the 50 seconds, let me try and figure this out. Little fade. 12 seconds left here. I think I just turned off the remote control function, so we should have no more issues. Although I will keep an eye on it as we advance forward here. 24-23 the score here at Gilford High School. Gilford on top over Portsmouth. Ball sent in. Portsmouth takes it. They'll push it over. Gilford will take it, settle it, and say, nope, for you. But Portsmouth rejects the offer, and Gilford will set it in there. And that's how you do it here in Golden Eagles territory, I guess. 25-23, the first match complete in favor of Gilford. that was quite the match here. I'm going to keep a little scorecard. Gilford 1 and Portsmouth currently none. Folks, we're going to take a quick fade. This is a planned fade, but we're going to take a quick fade in the coverage. And we'll be right back for game or match number 2. Don't go anywhere. All right, back here for match number 2. As you can see, we'll go out wide here. The teams switch sides. Gilford now here in front of us. Portsmouth is on the other side. The Portsmouth Clippers. That's good to know, because Portsmouth is a little difficult to say in the heat of the moment. So Clippers, that's who. The Golden Eagles versus the Clippers, or as I like to say, the Pink Eagles versus the Clippers here at Gilford High School. We're about ready to get things rolling once more. All right, here we go. Serve gets us underway. Portsmouth shoots it wide, and that will be Gilford's point. As I said earlier, I turned off the remote control function. The parent who has the same exact camera next to me, she's using her remote control, so that's why it interfered with us. But I turned off that function. I'll also keep an eye on the little red dot. Gilford's point there. I'll also keep an eye on the little red dot just to make sure we have no more issues, because this is D2 volleyball. This is something you do not want to miss. Out off of the Clippers player, and so far the Golden Eagles have a 3-0 lead in the second match here. Remember, we got to play a minimum of 3, but it's the best of 5. You need 3 matches to win, or three. You need to win 3 matches to win the game overall. Dropped in there. It's like the Clippers. Just a heads up, 43 minutes left on our battery here. We have no plug-in. We normally do. Here comes the serve. Out, and that will be Portsmouth's first point of the match, 4-1. Point of me telling you the battery thing is in 43 minutes where I'm going to have to switch out. I have a secondary battery that I think has like 105 minutes on it. But just a heads up, if this match goes long, and I'll keep you in the loop. I might have to switch batteries, but we should be fine, because the last one went about 30 minutes, so we should be good. Portsmouth point once again, so 4-2 now. Portsmouth going to have their second serve of the match here at Gilford. Drops in there. Gilford takes it well. Now Gilford will recover. It looked like a lack of communication there, making it so the ball hit the hardwood before Gilford wanted it to. Gilford sub, 5 in for 6. Portsmouth sets it in there. Gilford gets it over. Covered well, somewhat. And that puts the ball in the official stand, giving the lead back over to Gilford for the moment. 12 in for 3. Gilford sub there. Ball out. And that brings the score to 5-5 now. Here comes the serve from Portsmouth. Dropped in. Gilford now has it. Whistle blown, and it will go to Portsmouth. Dropped literally in there. It was a short drop there, but it was inside the white, so that will be Portsmouth's point once more. So one thing I do like about Gilford's gym here, the volleyball court is lined with white, I want to say white tape, but it makes it so bright and vibrant, it pops, and it's amazing. Portsmouth dropped it back in there. Gilford now has it. Portsmouth pushes it down. And that brings us to 9-5. But don't start writing the winner's check yet for this match. Because we saw last one. The team got a little ahead and the other team caught up. Spiked in there! That's a moment. And a whistle, timeout is called by Gilford.
Let's go, please, girls, let's go. Let's go, please, girls, let's go.
Cheering squad right in front of me. It's pretty cool, actually. These guys obviously do this a lot because they got they got everything down. Like there is no question. Is this how we do this? No, it is down. Like they have cheer practice on Wednesdays. Like that's that good. Looking at an empty court on this side, Portsmouth's return to their side, and here comes Gilford. Whistle blown, called good. Here comes the serve from Portsmouth. It's going to drop in there. Gilford has it. Gilford spikes it in there to open territory and makes up a point. Ball goes over, drops in there nicely. Portsmouth spikes. Gilford recovers well. Now here comes Gilford. They'll send it over. The Clippers now have it. They'll take it. Spike it out, and it will be Gilford's point. Serve here from number 1, Casey Moore. Ball gets over the net. Gilford now has it. They'll chip it back over. The Clippers will take it. Spike. Gilford takes it. Makes, well, hold on. Oh. Double. And that. I jinxed him. Sorry, Gilford. Sorry, Gilford. Didn't mean to. My bad, my bad. Portsmouth going to have the ball on the far side of the gym here. Ball short into the net. And the comeback trail continues to be taken here for Gilford. Good recovery there by Portsmouth. Sent in, drops in there. And another point goes to the Golden Eagles. 11 to 9 now. Ball sent over, dropped in perfectly. Portsmouth now sets it up, sends it, and it hits the hardwood. Portsmouth sub, 3 in for 4, 7 in for 11. And Portsmouth will now have the serve on this side of the gym. Ball gonna set, goes in there perfectly. Gilford chips it over to open court, and now it's 12-10. Sub in for Gilford, 3 in for 11. 12, 3 in for 12. Drops in there well. Portsmouth pushes. Gilford has it. 2 players in trouble, and it's no good. 13-10. Here comes the serve from Portsmouth. Just sounded like a golf announcer. Over. Portsmouth now has it. Recovers well, keeps it in. Up, whistle's blown. Gilford point. Still learning what the official signs mean. 2 was given. 2 fingers up. Ball over. Pushed over. Gilford retrieves it well. Now they'll send it back. Portsmouth has it. Gilford recovers. Regains control. Pushes it over. Portsmouth now has it. Here comes the push. Gilford teammates collide a little bit there. Over into Portsmouth area. Thought that was going down. Blocked! Look at that! And the ball drops to now tie us at 13-13. Lucky number 13. I know what I did with the remote thing worked because the person just tried to turn off the camera, and I got a little notification saying remote is not active. Well, good. Portsmouth trying to recover here. They'll send it over into Gilford's territory. Communication key pushed over. Now Portsmouth sets it, spikes it, and it drops in there. But what did I say earlier? Now it is 14-13. Portsmouth on top by 1. Here comes the serve from Portsmouth. Gonna drop in there well. Gilford retrieves well. And it'll get sent back over. Portsmouth takes it. Shot in there. Whistle blown. Portsmouth point. Ball short. And that brings Gilford to within 1 point of tying this match. 15-14, now the score. Remember, we played at 25. Ball was sent in there deep. Portsmouth with the spike, and Gilford retrieves it, sends it back over. Here's my mental question, and some people at home are going to go answer me, and unfortunately I'm not going to hear you. Sorry, my hearing aids are off. Ball sent over, recovered, sent back, and it will be a point. But my question is when a team goes over the net and sends a real sizzler down to the boards. Is that a spike or is that a kill? That's my question. I'll find out before Wednesday. Ball sent over. And the attempted pushover was unsuccessful there. All right, Gilford now going to have a couple subs. 2 in for 10. 12 in for 3. The attempted spike there was unsuccessful as the wall was put up for Gilford. 17-16 now. Gilford still trailing. Gilford's been able to tie but not break that mark to pull a lead yet. (18-16) now. Number 25. In for 2 here. Blocked, recovered, and it still drops and hits the boards. Four coming in for 12 on the Gilford side of the court here. Chipped over. Ball sent. Recovered. Gilford sends it back. The spike was taken and it runs way out on the other side. 2016 timeout called by the Gilford coach here. Once again, though, I will say this. Portsmouth's got 5 more points they need. Gilford needs 9, but as we see this game, the points go both ways here. So, like, I mean, some people might be looking at this going, okay, we're going to have a minimum of 4 games here, but don't sign the check yet, as I'm liking to say, because those 4 points, the 5 points Portsmouth needs, that could be 5 points that go in favor of Gilford. So I have a feeling we're in for one heck of a show here. So strap those belts tight one more time. Let's go. Gilford gonna push it over. Portsmouth receives it with the spike into open court though. And it makes it 21-16. Kept in bounds off the roof, and it's still in play, and it drops in there for Gilford's point. Well, if that doesn't make it just go, wow, I don't know what will. With the pushover, Gilford takes it, slows the pace down a little bit, pushes it over. Portsmouth was in trouble, recovered well. Now Gilford sends it over. Hot potato, that's it. I got it. Hot potato. That's what volleyball reminds me of. Hot potato. The game hot potato. I don't want it. Do you want it? I don't want it. And literally, you know how like you can circle up or just stay in a line with friends and just kind of throw it along and say, I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it. Out of bounds there. Points go to Gilford. That's what it's like. It's like a ticking time bomb in a way, because it's like when the ball is in your end, at any moment that ball can hit the boards and that point goes against you. Gilford serves it over. The skill there. Oh, that was close. My opinion, I thought I saw the white on this side of that ball, but could be wrong. Scoreboard drop there for a second. 22-19 now. 19-22 if you want to go that way, because I know 22, it's a weird number. Ball going to drop in there well. Gilford with the spike. Gilford's point. Now it's 20-22. Or 22-20. Too many twos. Over. Portsmouth sends it. Gilford says, thank you. 1, 3, drop. Pushed over. And it got over. That was one heck of a save by number 1, I believe it's Casey Moore. But it unfortunately dropped on the wrong side of the line when it got over. Gilford pushes, drops in there. 21-23 now. Four down to go, or 4 to go for Gilford. 2 to go for Portsmouth. Another match. Blocked there! Out of bounds, and it'll be Gilford's point. And a timeout's called by Portsmouth. (23-22). That is the score right now here at Gilford High School. We played a 25. Remember that. 25. Portsmouth right out. Gilford takes full advantage of these minute timeouts. So now we got 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Here comes Gilford. 22-23. Gilford has yet to see a lead here in this game, in this match. Here we go. Get back underway here. Ball dropped in well into open court. Portsmouth will send it back over. Gilford recovers. Whistle blown. Portsmouth's point. Portsmouth 1 point away here from taking match 2 and forcing 4 games. At least 4 games, I should say. Drops in there. Gilford has it. Will recover well to open court. And drops it in there. And brings it within a 1-point game. Now, I believe the rules are weird now because they have to, I think, at least have a 2-point lead. But I'm not sure. Spikes over. Gilford recovers. Oh, okay. Maybe I was way off. Match number 2 goes to Portsmouth here at Gilford High School. So I was a wee bit off with the rules. All right, so folks, we're going to take another quick fade, and then we'll talk. We'll get ready for match number 3. Remember, now this means we have a minimum of 4 matches. 19 minutes left on the battery, so we're going to try and stretch out of this battery as much as possible. I have a feeling mid-match next time we're going to have to switch batteries, just a heads up. But anyways, let's go to a quick fade. More game coming right up after this. Back here at Gilford High School, ready for match number 3. Portsmouth just forced at least a 4-match game here by winning. Now it's 1 apiece. I just switched out the batteries, so now we got 103 minutes left here to play. Short, and that would be Gilford's point here to open up the 3rd match. 103 minutes on the battery, about another hour and a half. If we're here for another hour and a half, I mean, that's quite the game. The only other thing I am concerned about is just the SD card. Ball over. Over into Gilford's zone. Gilford has it. Calls it. Takes it. Portsmouth drills it. Gilford's point there. So the SD card has 58 minutes left on it. We have a backup SD card, don't worry. Here at DPPG, we come prepared. Let me tell you, when we have full batteries, we have almost 2.5 hours worth, or actually almost 3 hours worth of battery. And when our SD cards are fully clear, we have almost 5 hours of recording capability. We come prepared. Spiked in there! And for those of you going, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why do you have so much extra hours? When we're plugged in, we have no restriction on the battery. The only restriction at that point does become the SD card. Portsmouth trailing now by 1 point. 2-1. Out! Portsmouth makes me eat my words so much tonight. It's now tied 2-2. Out. Gilford's point. First team to win 3 matches. We have at least a 4-match game here. But you know, I would not be surprised if we see 5. Into the rafters, called dead ball. Gilford's point. Portsmouth recovers it well there. Oh, wow! Gilford now has it back in their zone. We'll push it over. Portsmouth has it now. Gonna push it. Gilford has it. Gilford takes it. Gilford sends it. Close to the roof. Over. Gilford dives. Sends it back. Portsmouth. And the whistle's blow, and then Gilford comes out victorious on that one. Substitution here for Portsmouth. 13 coming in for 10. Gilford with the serve here. Gilford in trouble, and it runs. Out! Gilford's point. Four coming in for 7 on the Gilford side. Out! Gilford's point once more. 7-3. Over. Portsmouth now has it. Portsmouth pushes. Spiked in there. Drops in there. Point to Gilford. Timeout called by Portsmouth. 1 minute timeout. 9-3 here early in this match. Gilford coming back saying, hey, you know what? We'll give you that one. We'll let you have that as like a welcome gift. Here's a welcome gift. All right, here we go. Like I said, both teams like to use their full minute there. As it'll be Gilford with possession. Spiked in there. Gilford recovers. Kept it in. Oh, no. Portsmouth's going to take the serve here. Sends it in. Into the netting. That point will go to Gilford. $12 in for 20 on the Portsmouth side, and now we'll have a serve. Oh, and 3 in for 12 on the Gilford side. Now we'll have a serve coming from the Golden Eagles, or the Pink Eagles in this case. Out! Gilford point. This is one of the... Hold on. Good thing I bit my lip. 13 going off, 10 coming on for Portsmouth. as now it is 11-5. Portsmouth will have the serve here. Portsmouth sets it up, sends it in there, drops it in the open area. Short and in there. That's a 6-point lead for Gilford. Kept in bounds by Gilford. They'll push it over. In trouble! Point to the Eagles. Spiked into the net. Kept over. Gilford sent it. Looking for the block. No good. "13 coming back in for 10 on the Portsmouth side. Here comes another serve. Goes out and brings the Clippers up to 7. Serve over, kept in trouble though. Brings them up to 8. Gilford pushes over, whistle blown in favor of the Golden Eagles. 7 coming in for 4. Some of the chants coming from the Gilford side of the gym, pretty cool, pretty funny as well. End of the net. 17-8. Oh nope, it's just a sub. 10 coming in for 13 here. One after a penalty was called over on Portsmouth. Gilford fans chanting, "You can't do that." Pretty funny. Oh, and it seems like I should say timeout called by Portsmouth, but it seems like the communication is kind of starting to fall for Portsmouth. You know, it seems like it's just not all there like it was. But maybe I'm wrong. Using the full minute. 18-8. Gilford says you can have the one, but we're going to come back strong. Kept in. Portsmouth in trouble. Ball drops and hits the hardwood. Out, and it'll be Portsmouth's point. Portsmouth gonna take it. Serve over. Gilford send it right back. Portsmouth puts it into the net. .12 coming on for 3 in the Gilford sector of the gym. Short prospect, sorry. Portsmouth was in trouble there, got it over. Here comes Gilford. We'll push it over. The Clippers sends it. Here come the Eagles, back over. The whistle blown, and it goes to Portsmouth. (20-10) here. 5 points away from match, but anything can still happen. Oh. The official just had his face nice and shaved by the ball there. Nice clean cut. Looking sharp for today's game. Brought to you by the Volleyball. 21-10 is the score. Ball sent over. Portsmouth has it. Shot. Recovered. In trouble, though, into the bench. And it's still a 10-point distance. Pushed over. Portsmouth recovered well. Gilford spikes it in there. Right on that line, but it's good for Gilford. And the Gilford end of the gym erupts as they were able to put it right in that corner. Out, Gilford point. Fired. It will be a point for Portsmouth there. 23-12 though. 3 coming in for 4 on the Portsmouth side. 7 coming in for 11 on the Portsmouth side. Here comes serve over. Drops in there well. Gilford will send it back. Blocked. Recovered. And no good. All right. 23-13. Fired. Gilford recovers well. Sets it. Knocks it over. Portsmouth has it. Pushes it over. Gilford takes it. Back over. Portsmouth now takes it. They're going to spike it. Gilford recovers. Pushes it out. And it's right on the line. Recovered after whistle blown. 15 to 23, or 23 to 15 now. Gilford's just 2 points away. Gets it over. Gilford now has it. Chips it over into what was open territory. Ball there. Drops in there. We'll have a sub. 3 in for 12 for the Gilford side. And we're now 1 point away, 24 to 15 here at Gilford High School. Serve going to drop in there. Portsmouth pushes it over, and it does get over the net. Barely, but it does. Gilford had to give up about 3 or 4 points before they can get 1. So let's see if that trend continues or if Gilford recovers it there. Over. Good point there. And that's the match. Wow. That's how you do it at Gilford, ladies and gentlemen. All right, folks, we're not done. We're not done. We have a minimum of 4 games here because now it's Gilford has 2 and Portsmouth, dang it, Portsmouth has 1. We need a winner to have 3. So, folks, at any given moment here, we could either have 1 more game or 2 more. Portsmouth is hoping to push a 5th game. So let's take a quick fade right into the next match here. All right, well, for those of you keeping track at home, Gilford, they're in front of us now. They got 2 match wins. Portsmouth on the other side has 1. So here's the scenario. Gilford wins this match. We're done. We pack up. We call it time to go home. Portsmouth wins this match. We go winner takes all game 5. Here we go. The ball drops out of bounds, and it will be a Portsmouth point. Oof. Drops in there, and Gilford says, not so fast. 1-1. 12 in for 3. Ball sent over. Portsmouth has it. Spikes it in there. Pushed over, and it is over the line. A little bit of an officials meeting here. 2 teams went into a small huddle. A little bit of a dilemma here. Serves, who served who, where did they serve? So, like I said, we're in a little bit of a holding pattern here, as the serve rotation was in. I believe the serve rotation for Gilford was in a little bit of a question. Now both the officials are on the ground. One was on the stand. Now he's off. And here we are now, like I said, in a holding pattern. Both teams in a huddle talking about what the next thing is. Next play to do. Well, I was just about to start talking about what we got coming up for DPPG, but I believe we are going to pull out of this holding pattern and get ready to roll once more. 3-1 the score right now. Portsmouth leading Gilford. Ball sent over. Chipped in there out of bounds. But called, I believe, a tip. So that is Gilford's point. Remember, it's the 25. The attempted save was there. But it just advances the Clippers to 4-2. Once again, out of bounds. Communication seems to be an issue for Gilford right now. Gilford wants to just take this and tie this all up, whereas Portsmouth is saying, nah. Nah. We want a winner take all game 5. Whereas Gilford says, hey, we got homework to do. We want to go home. With the W, of course. Deflected off of Portsmouth, out of bounds. That point goes to Gilford. Portsmouth now has it. Sends it over. In trouble for Gilford. (6-3). But like I said, in all the coverage so far, no matter how big the lead, don't sign the checkbook just yet. different official calls on Gilford here in this third game. Out of bounds, and they got him. But yeah, numerous calls by the official here on Gilford. Ball drops in there. That brings Gilford within 2. Portsmouth going to have a substitution. Number 13 in for 10. And Gilford will have the serve. Portsmouth was able to get the ball over the net. Gilford went into trouble mode, unfortunately, and was unable to pull off that. Sub coming in for Portsmouth, 10 in for 13. Now, here comes number 12 with the serve for Portsmouth. Ball sent in, perfect light on the back edge of the zone. Gilford sends it back in. Now they'll return it. Portsmouth in trouble, and it benefits Gilford. Quick sub here. Gilford going to have the serve coming from number 6. Into the net. Maybe the net's higher on this one side of the court, because Portsmouth had a couple issues like that in the last set, or last match. 9-6 now. Blocked by Gilford. That knocks down the momentum of that line drive coming into their zone, but they were still able to play. Now into the net once more, out of bounds, and it will be Portsmouth's point. Portsmouth now has it. They'll send it over. Gilford in trouble, but they will recover. Ball back into Gilford's zone. And it drops in there for Gilford's point. You know, Gilford trailing, but not, yeah. Gilford is trailing, but not by that far much. Pushed over, Gilford has it now. They'll send it back over. Portsmouth now takes it. Back to Gilford. Gilford says, excuse me, pardon me, back to you guys. Portsmouth pushes over. Gilford now has it. With the spike, the block, oh, the save! And it goes back over! That athlete must have had maybe a fingernail on the ball. Out of bounds! And after that whole thing, it's Portsmouth walking away with the point. That player literally got lucky, or not lucky, but just had really good luck. Gilford with the shot goes off the other player out of bounds, and it's their point. 11-8. Sub 12 coming in for 3. Ball's going to drop in. Portsmouth going to send it over. Gilford short changes that, and will send it right back. Return to sender. Shipping. Out, and it will be Gilford's point. Drops out, and it's Gilford's point. 11-9 now. Portsmouth pushes, and it's into the net. That's a net violation, and that brings us tied at 11. Somebody in the audience for Gilford said 11-11, make a wish. In there. Into the net! And Gilford takes the lead. Here's, I believe, the fourth serve for number 10. Out, and it will be Portsmouth's point. (12-12) now. Spiked in there! Dropped it in there within maybe a foot. You couldn't have put it any closer to the line. Well, maybe on it, but other than that. Close with insurance. That's what Gilford just did. Out of bounds. And now Gilford punches the clutch, puts it up another gear, and now starts to take off. Out! In the racing terms here, because, you know, DP Production Group covers Racing Hotspot, which Racing Hotspot covers racing around the world, and I'm the host and creator of Racing Hotspot. But in the racing terms, Gilford just drafted Portsmouth points-wise, was able to pull up alongside and slingshot pass to the lead using the draft. And now Gilford's just blocking. Not literally on the court, but metaphorically in the draft, blocking Portsmouth from taking that lead back. Timeout by Portsmouth. Just to reiterate what I said, basically points-wise, Gilford trailed, and then Gilford tied it and took the lead. So if you think about racing and like super speedway NASCAR racing, Gilford was the car behind, got the draft, pulled up alongside. Portsmouth pulled back alongside, making it 12-12. Then Gilford was able to take the lead and now run. And when they're running, if you think about super speedway racing, they're now blocking to hold them off. Now, the reason why I'm going in depth with this is NASCAR was at Talladega yesterday, and for those of you who know anything about NASCAR, you know Talladega is a huge drafting racetrack because it's 2.5 miles, 33 degrees banking, and these guys run flat out 200 miles an hour all four corners. So, draft-wise, it's a spectacle to see, so that's why I just used that metaphor. Ball sent back over. 16-12 is the score. Oh, and they found the open court. And folks, we got 38 minutes left on the battery. No worries there, I don't think. And 20 minutes left on this SD card. No worries there, as I know we do have another SD card available. Out, and it's Gilford's point. See ya. Gilford going to drop it in there. Portsmouth's going to casually send it. Out, and it will be Portsmouth's point. Sub 3 coming in for 4. 7 in for 11 on the Portsmouth side. In trouble, and it's Gilford's point. $12 in for 20. 10 in for 13, substitution-wise on Portsmouth's side. Going to drop in there. Portsmouth will recover. Sends it over. Gilford takes it. Spiked into the open territory. And now it's 19-14. See? Keep imagining this racing metaphor. Gilford putting the bump draft on. I mean, the blocking job on here. And every little point that they make up, it's like them inching closer and closer in the draft. All right, I'm done with the racing metaphor. Sorry, folks. Here comes the serve from Portsmouth. Holy cow, you could have dropped a pin in the gym and you would have heard it. The gym literally just sounded like what it sounds like when nobody's in it. Like, it was dead quiet, quite scary. Into the net. Gilford recovers. Gilford will send it out. I remember what's at stake here. Gilford wins. We're done. Gilford walks away with the W. Portsmouth wins. We go into a winner-takes-all Game 5 situation here at Gilford High School. So ball was short or low there. Did drop in deep. Portsmouth sends it out wide and long. 20-16 now. Still thinking about the metaphor. Not going to talk about it, but still thinking about it. Just picture it. Ball going to drop in. Portsmouth going to return it back into its own area. Gilford will now have it. Gilford going to chip it over into the open boards. And now it's 21-16. Oh, and we have a player down. No hesitation there by the coach to get up. The player, libero there, number 14. She's okay. They call a timeout, though. That's one thing, though, folks, that, NHIAA, New Hampshire Interscholastic Athletic Association here, is now really, really pushing hard. Is like every event needs to have a trainer, because concussions are a huge thing. Injuries are a huge thing. I mean, these student athletes vary from age 14 to 18 or 19 in some cases. And if you're a 14-year-old and you hit your head off these boards and you don't know what a concussion is like, and you continue on with your day-to-day, and then let's say 2 days later you take another hit, that could cause brain damage into your developing 14-year-old brain. It's the same thing with 18, 19-year-olds. So really any high school age athlete, their brains are still developing. So if you go without knowing what the concussion-like symptoms are, you could cause permanent damage. So that's why the NHIAA is out there putting trainers at almost every event, asking schools to have them, and making it so the officials now know that if there's a situation, pull the player off the court or have him or her get checked. Blocked down, and it's Gilford point. Have him or her get checked by the coach or the trainer on hand before they re-enter the game, just as a safety precaution. Ball going to be short, but it lands on the Portsmouth side. Now Portsmouth sends it back over. Knocks it out. Portsmouth point, 22-17. Numbers here, 22-17. Gilford going to send it over. Short pass. Now Portsmouth sends it. Gilford takes it. Into the net, and that will be the point for Portsmouth. Thanks for listening to my little medical rant, quote-unquote rant there. Portsmouth in trouble. They will recover. Out. 23-18. I ain't saying anything. Last time I said something, I jinxed the team, so the team I was talking about, that is, so I'm just going to bite my lip. Short into the net. Portsmouth's point, 23-19. We're going to have a couple subs here. 4 coming in for 3 on the Portsmouth side. 11 coming in for 7 on the Portsmouth side. And just a time check. It's 9:07 p.m. here on the East Coast. Ball going to drop in there. Gilford takes it well. Now they'll send it into open boards, and we're within 1 point. Into Gilford's end, they'll push it over. Portsmouth now in trouble. We'll send it back. Gilford says, you know what? Here's a going away present from us. There it is! And Gilford High School is victorious here on their home court in their Dig Pink game against Portsmouth. All right, folks, that's going to do it for our coverage here from Gilford High School. Thank you for joining us for this very exciting Division II volleyball game here from Gilford High School in Gilford, New Hampshire. Coming up for DPPG, we got Belmont High School athletics coverage presented by DP Production Group. Tomorrow, girls varsity soccer senior night. Then Wednesday, we got a DP Production Group event. It's Belmont High School's Dig Pink game against Prospect Mountain live on our YouTube channel. Then on Thursday, we have another live event, our girls Belmont High School athletics coverage presented by DPPG. It is the girls varsity volleyball senior night from Belmont High School. And then Friday, we have our last Belmont High School coverage, Belmont High School athletics coverage presented by DPPG, I believe, of this fall sports season before we go into playoff mode, and that will be boys varsity soccer senior night. But until we see each other for our next live event, whether it is Belmont High School athletics coverage presented by DPPG or a DP Production Group production, I'm Devin Poslasny signing off. Once again, thank you so much for joining us here. Have a good night, everybody, and so long. Goodbye, everybody.